First of all, she described, so what's my point here? My point here is that you don't need outside experts. You've got the experts and the answers right here in this room now. You don't need outside experts. It is right here. So a vision that is one of inspiring students to find their gifts to further succeed in the world. You know, I can imagine sitting around a table coming up with every one of these frickin' words, because each one of them count. So here we have a school that is living the Indigenous vision. I would say, from the little slice that I know, Steph called it an eco school inspired by Reggio. Reggio is a town, a city in Italy that has special, really special schools where they believe that children are competent, that children can resolve problems, that children, if you let them explore nature, supervised and instructed by teachers who are co-learners and co-creators of the learning, then you can see greatness happen. So now, does that description of education sound like anything that you might read about what Indigenous ways of passing on knowledge are? The telling of stories, the observation, the exploring. So let me just finish by talking about how I see some possibilities of alignment of Indigenous ways and the ways of non-Indigenous in our currently under our education system. There is a document, a pedagogy, called How Does Learning Happen? And it's a revolution. It's a revolution. It actually has the word joy in it. You know? Hello? Joy. You know that around the sacred fire when you've got children? What is it we're supposed to learn from infants is joy? It's in this document. And it's a document that my colleague Faith Hale has gone through and said, you know what? This sounds like it could fit very nicely with Indigenous beliefs and teachings. It believes that our main goals have to be creating a sense of belonging and engagement, well-being, and an ability to express. Can you see that it's not like the others? It's not the same as the old stuffing the duck curricular documents that we are so familiar with. So what I love about How Does Learning Happen fits with what I read into the new Achieving Excellence document for Ontario. And that's where I just recall that's where I first met Chief Peters. In that document, finally, as non-Aboriginal people, you know, it takes a while, have as a pillar of education well-being. That it is, in fact, a pillar of education to address the well-being, the social and emotional development of children. It's been a long time coming. I'm that snail on that turtle going, whoopee! But we're going to go a heck of a lot faster now. So we have in this room many, many teachers. I have had the privilege just today. I got permission, Saul. This is a picture that Saul drew for Jamie. And it is a picture of a teaching that when we leave, if I get this correct, when we leave, we continue in other forms. That there are the passing on of what's known into other places. That we must love and learn to know who we are, because there are many ways that our form is going to live on. Tom Porter spoke about children with special needs, I say children with special rights, as having been sent to us for a very special reason. To learn what it is, what is it that child has to teach us? Well, I want to ask you, how can you find the way, please, to teach us? Because as I spoke to my friend Diane Longboat recently about coming to speak here, she said the answers are there. She said, our people on reserve have the greatest capacity to initiate change because they are together on the land, in community and in relationship to each other, the natural world as well as the spirit. That it's necessary to dig deep into your history of how you used to educate children in the community, as Saul was describing to me, to touch again on the values, pedagogy, and the relationships that form the education system of the village. It worked. We screwed it up for you. Get back to it. Mothers had the benefits, oh, that was me, not Diane. That was me, not Diane. Mothers had the benefits of second mothers, their sisters or aunties who helped raise the children. The elders were available to listen to challenging behaviors, issues, or relational problems. The rites of passage from childhood to adulthood embodied spiritual growth. So many things were in place that created a strong bond of relationship that included responsibility and duty to oneself, the clan, the community, and the nation. So I've talked to you today about the brain, why it's so important that these relationships that I've talked about, what's happening here, how you've enjoyed or disliked the day, who you are, why you are championing as you are, is because of the experiences that you've had. We have to make sure that the culture of learning for our Indigenous students is one where they feel respected, the ones where they feel that their identity is one that is marvelous to behold, that their connection to nature and to others is unique, special, and to be shared with anyone and everyone who can hear it. The Cree, I'm told, have a story that they believe the elders have many teachings there. Oh, I've just lost poor Tom. Okay, there he comes, coming back again. So the Cree story I'll finish with. And I heard this out west at an early years conference. And the elder was telling the kids, and you guys will know this better than I do, but I love this story. The elder was saying, you know, life is really, really hard. We have to make choices all of the time. We've got battles in our head. Should I get up and go to the gym, or should I not go to the gym? Should I listen here, or should I go out there? Should I have that extra bannock, or should I go and have a smoke? You know what I mean? Life is a challenge. We've got these good wolves in our head and nasty wolves in our head. One is challenging but kind, generous, love. The other is nasty, angry. And the little one up front says, "Grandfather, tell me, which one wins this battle?" And he says, it depends which one you feed the most. I'm asking you, as a person dedicated to improving the lives of children, can you be our leaders so that we can learn how to feed our children and your children what it is that will help them thrive and for them to be the best that they could ever possibly be? So I want to say thank you for putting up with no slides and all the rest of it, and your fantastic attention. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. All right, thank you very much. You can speak into the mic then.
Yeah, and well, it seems like Victoria Ed finally paid their hydro bill. So